That's right, Jags. Broncos beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game twice to go to the Super Bowl. I'm wearing this to give you the good luck that you need. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon Perna, and today we're going to predict the most unlikely AFC Championship game in decades. We all expected the Patriots to be here, but nobody, especially none of the football experts who were shitting all over Blake Bortles like he were a row of porta potties at Coachella, expected the Jacksonville Jaguars to make it this far. Now, as a man who desperately wants to see the Jags win, do I need to shit on them like I just purchased a $10 bottle of water filled with Giardia at Coachella? Or do I show them the respect they deserve, the respect they have fucking earned by getting this far? My fear is if I give them that respect, they will lose. So, shit away. That's good sports. This episode is sponsored by BetDSI.com. There's a link in the description. Use my promo code GOOD25, and BetDSI, one of the best sports books out there, is giving you $25, $3 to wager however you want. Now you can bet on any game, any sport at BetDSI, and with $25 free, there's nothing to lose, and literally it's just an opportunity to turn free money into more money, at which point you could pocket and possibly donate to my Patreon account. And right now, Las Vegas is taking a Godzilla-sized dump on the Jaguars, like they're the morning show on the third stage at Coachella, fuck Coachella, by listing them as 9-point underdogs to the Patriots. Don't quote me because I didn't check this statistic that I'm about to make up, but that is the biggest, most disrespectful point spread in NFL championship game history. Fact. So Jags fans, make sure every player on that team knows they are 9-point underdogs heading into this game with Tom Brady and his hurt hand. Finally, that hurt hand, the Madden curse, rained upon Brady. He's like, so this is it? The Madden curse is a jammed wrist? Yep, that's your Madden curse. You can still throw, but there will be a little less spin on the ball, Tommy boy. But not enough to deter your accuracy. Why me, Tom Brady, with a jammed wrist? Why now? How will I ever overcome this slightly irritating injury? You really let me down, Madden curse. I sort of get this point spread, though, after the spanking the Patriots laid on the Titans. President Trump even commented, saying that that's the worst spanking I've seen since I made porn star Stormy Daniels spank my ass with my face on the cover of Forbes magazine. It's the only way I do ass to mouth. I'm president. There's really only two questions heading into this game, right? Is Jacksonville's defense really good enough to stop the Patriots' offense? And can Blake Bortles play mistake-free football for another week? Part of that depends on how effective Leonard Fournette is in the running game. Fournette, by the way, had his car totaled this week after he was rear-ended by, get this, a Steelers fan. Well, that's what the Patriots want you to think anyway, isn't it, Bill? The funniest thing about this matchup are the storylines saying, can Bill Belichick finally defeat Tom Coughlin in the postseason? Or how does Tom Coughlin compare this game to fighting in World War I? I mean, did Tom Coughlin magically escape a certain sack to complete the luckiest helmet catch in NFL history to David Tyree? No, and he's not even out there coaching. He's an executive. The only thing he's been coaching is Tony Khan's sex game. And he is doing an excellent job. Stiff and rigid and thrust and thrust. That's how nobody leaves satisfied. Now, I really don't want to spend too much time talking about the Patriots because I'll fucking vomit on myself. But we know they're the better team. Hopefully not on Sunday, but they have the better quarterback, more offensive weapons with one of the highest scoring units in the league, a defense that finished top 5 in points allowed, and would be number 1 if you remove their shitty September football, and special teams units that just never fuck up. This playoff weekend is filled with tremendous defenses. The Vikings, Jags, Eagles, and yes, the Patriots rank 1, 2, 4, and 5 in points allowed this season. That's the only stat that really matters on defense, unless you're the Chargers, who finished 3rd in that category, also have a better QB than the Vikings, Jaguars, and Eagles, and still failed to make the postseason. What turds! The Patriots suddenly also have a reliable pass rush, which, with Blake Bortles, I have no clue how he will handle that. Possibly great, possibly horribly. The other unsung hero in New England is Dion Lewis. In Pro Football Focus, he finished the season as the most elusive running back in the league. And not just because he refused to talk to reporters. And that's ahead of guys like Kareem Hunt and Todd Gurley. With a great defense and a reliable run game, Tommy Brady doesn't have to be Tommy Brady. He can be fucking Tommy Maddox and still win this game. One thing Jacksonville has that most football teams don't, no, not a handsome version of Ron Jeremy as their owner, but a linebacker in Myles Jack who may actually be able to cover Rob Gronkowski. In fact, all of Jacksonville's linebackers are very good in coverage, which could be a huge equalizer to the way the Patriots exploit most teams with their short passing game, crossing routes to their running backs and quick receivers like Danny Amendola. Another thing to look at is safety Teshaun Gibson, who for most of this season has been the guy the Jags like to put on tight ends, like Gronk. Gibson, though, left the game against the Steelers with the foot injury. He said he'll be ready to go, but not having him at 100% could be a bit of a concern for the Jags secondary if they do feel he is the best matchup on Gronkowski. I really believe this game will be won or lost, though, on the defensive line for the Jags. Between Malik Jackson, Marcell Dareus, Yannick Ngakoue, and the destroyer, Calais Campbell, they can do the 2 things that can end Tom Brady. Make him eat carbs and lift heavy weights. Or smother the run and put pressure on him without blitzing. It's what the Broncos did in 2015, and if the Jags want to be in Super Bowl 52, it's what they have to do on Sunday. Yes, it definitely helps that the Jacksonville secondary can blanket receivers, but we saw Antonio Brown catch 2 touchdowns and great coverage, and Le'Veon Bell get 1 as well last weekend. If that D-line isn't in Brady's face, throwing off his timing and rhythm, he can drop those dimes just like Big Ben, and his defense won't betray him late in the game the way Pittsburgh's did. That's why Jacksonville needs to get to him early. If you hit Brady early and you hit him hard, right in the fucking face, you disrupt his confidence. I want to see you pound him, Jacksonville. I want to see you relentlessly knock him on his ass over and over and over again. Nobody will be rooting for that harder than I. That said, the Jags' D-line could have their best game of the season, and Bortles could single-handedly lose this one. That's what makes this game so unpredictably awesome. The Patriots seem to win a different way every week. Gronkowski is a great blocking tight end in addition to doing everything else so well, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if his sole duty was to help either offensive tackles block Calais Campbell all day. Even if you shut down Dion Lewis, no big deal. The Patriots will feature James White in the passing game. Shut down White, no big deal. They'll feature a Danny Amendola. Shut him down, you go to Brandon Cook. Shut him down, you go to Chris Hogan. Shut him down, oh look, Randy Moss was signed late last night, and now he's catching touchdowns over A.J. Bouye. There's too many fucking options in New England. Jesus. The Patriots defensively just have to shut down Leonard Fournette and then force Blake Bortles to beat them with a bunch of ball catchers most people don't even know. Can it be Hearns, Cole, or Lee burning a very good Patriots secondary? I doubt it, but I really hope so. I hope those wide receivers have the best games of their lives. Okay, Jags, it's time to get to jagging off on those who cheat. Do you want to know how bad I want you to win on Sunday? Well, here's me earlier this week when I was stricken with the flu and 100+ fever.
I've seen the edge of darkness, and the only thing that lies past it is more darkness. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Except for Tom Brady. If he gets this, no way he can play quarterback. I'm a stronger man than he, and I cannot get out of bed. If I can't do it, Tom Brady can't do it either. Fuck you, Tom Brady. At my lowest, my hate will not subside.
Brady reportedly jammed his wrist, fisting an actual jaguar. His weekly ritual is to abuse the animal or mascot he faces that week. The only time this really backfires is when he plays the Chargers and he just jams his fist in a light socket. And now you know why I think he's a disgusting human being. Will the injury be enough to stop him? No. I'm picking the Patriots to win. Sorry, Jags. Prove me wrong, and I will love you forever. I have to pick the Patriots. Words so painful for me to say, I lose a year of my life every time they come out of my mouth. I do have a giant shout out, Patreon shout out for Dustin Salinas, giving me $101. $101 donation. Holy hell. Thank you, Dustin. You earn a lifetime Big Dick Patreon award. I also have shout outs for Army Todd, Jacob Bryant, Go Broncos, and Tyler Theobald. The fan funding is my main source of income, and it is how I plan on keeping this channel alive. So thank you for all your support. Subscribe here on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Share these videos on Facebook. Championship weekend is here, and then we just focus on one game, the Super Bowl. Jags versus Vikings, Eagles versus Patriots, Eagles versus Jags, Vikings versus Patriots. Those are all the combos that it could be.